Okay, I'm back in Gerlach, and I'm gonna film a couple of the buildings that I think are worthy of being discussed. Here's the post office, and you know, for all of my travels, surprisingly enough, I haven't really taken a lot of pictures of post offices, but a post office is a very important part of the history of a town, if your town survives or not. Now Gerlach is in Washoe County, Nevada. So here's the sheriff's department with what looks like their one vehicle. The guy or the guys up here are resident officers. There may be one, but there's no more than two to my knowledge. And I remember one of the guys, or the guy at the time, this is years ago, saying basically, you know, when you arrest somebody up here, you're seeing them in the line to pick up your kid from school. So it can be very uncomfortable, maybe, to live in a small town where you are the law and you're going to endlessly be running into people who don't behave themselves. And then you're with your wife or your kids, and well, there you go. So we're going to see what else is here next in Gerlach. Our next stop here in Gerlach finds us at the community center, where the senior center is as well, the volunteer fire department, because bluntly you're on your own up here. I'm going to point out this dark SUV, which I got a little bit better picture of on the dash cam. Hopefully I was able to splice it in. Is absolutely a unmarked law enforcement vehicle for the state. I suspect it's Washoe County, but anyway, here's the K through 12 school. You can just imagine where the school buses drive to. One of the issues facing these very, very rural Nevada schools is in their student athletics. One, who are you going to play? And two, the travel distance and cost. I mean, we're up here in northern Washoe County. It's a long way to Austin or Eureka or Hawthorne, or, you know, schools that you're going to be playing in volleyball and such, and basketball. It's a challenge. So we'll see what's next. We've parked the car. Well, first off, the shot you see now is Railroad Tank Park. This is on what's now the Union Pacific. It was the Western Pacific when it was tracks were laid, because the Western Pacific wanted to run an east-west rail line that wasn't fighting for the same spot as the Transcontinental Railroad through Donner Pass. Now, I'm going to talk about this Bruno's here in a second, but so these tracks run through northern Nevada, diverting from the main line of the what's now Burlington Northern at about Winnemucca. So these are and they go through the Feather River Canyon. It's that rail line. So now we're out in front of Bruno's. Now you'll see on the way out that Bruno's Hotel looks like they're closed, but the bar and the restaurant are open. So I ordered a full order of Bruno's famous raviolis. And by God, we're going to see if they're famous or not. But it takes 20 minutes to prepare, so which is good because they're probably cooking them fresh. So I'll take some film inside Bruno's here in a minute, and we'll see what's next. Here's a shot of the Miners Club, established in 1969. Here's a better shot of the water tower for Water Tower Park. Gerlach was founded starting in 1905, when, like I said in the last shot, the Western Pacific put their tracks through here. So it's been here for 116, 17 years. I think there's enough business here to and the mine, or the mine and empire, to keep the town going. Oh man, this elevation, it's only 4,000 feet, but you all know how sick I am. So anyway, we're gonna film the Burning Man Gerlach office. Burning Man is out here in the playa somewhere. When they have it straddling Washoe and Pershing counties. I'm gonna sit for a minute. Then you see the Black Rock Saloon and Joe's Gerlach Club. So, whew. When I get back in the Brunos, I'll film inside, and I'll talk a little bit about our visit up to Brunos a long time ago. And then, hell, we'll see what's after that. Here's the inside of Brunos. Our food is almost ready. Here you go. The bathroom was working and rustic, so you know I'm old. So our server, got his name, I just can't remember because I'm an idiot, said that my food's about ready, so we'll have a look here in a sec. After eating my first half of a ravioli, they have meat and some type of cheese or something in them, and they're really, really good. So I'm glad I'm here. I screwed up, excuse me, when I left Bruno's at Gerlach, and I didn't turn the dash cam on. When the power turns off, I have to, it makes me hit 2 arrows down and press, regular camera. And then I have to hit the OK button and turn it on. And I totally forgot. So the footage from leaving Bruno's to, you'll see at the end of the clip here when I'm north of Wadsworth, there is no footage. So I wanted to point out that Rich and Charlie and I have eaten at Bruno's, and one day we rode north on our dual sports. We rode to Sutcliffe, we rode north. The road turned into dirt. We started to ride around the north end of a Pyramid Lake. There's a geologic formation up there that if I think of, I can find the name of, I'll text it in here. Then we just started to ride on some horse trails east. Now, we didn't know exactly where we were, and this was certainly before the days of GPS, but we knew if we continued to head east, that we would run into 447, and after a bit of riding along fence lines, looking for the gate, finding the paved road, and finding 447, we ended up at Bruno's. So we ordered, and I ordered a bowl of chili, and they brought me out a little tiny bowl, and I thought that was it. So I ate it, and then when the server brought Rich his dinner, or his lunch, his full meal, she said, no, and she brought my chili. She said, no, that chili was his, not yours. So they went ahead and gave him the chili, which I was happy about. But anyway, my God, the raviolis were good. And you didn't see out of town, but the bartender at Bruno's said that they were open the whole time of the virus. So I don't know if the hotel is open or not, but it sure looked closed. I can't think of what else I was going to say about that, but oh, race days. This weekend up there is the speed race on the playa, and out there on the playa has been similar to the Bonneville Salt Flats speed trials, high speed, top speed type racing for, you know, fastest land vehicles. So I bet that would be really interesting. But you know, you get out on the playa and it gets dusty and that wind picks up, and yeah, what a nightmare. I've seen clips of a Burning Man that are just, no, I'm not thrilled about it. Anyway, you know, something like that really helps the local economy, and you know, there's not a lot up there. You know, you're either a teacher, you own Bruno's, or you're the sheriff, or you work at the post office. Not much else. Anyway, I think that's it. And the next clip will be me on the side of the road, north of Wadsworth, south of Nixon, talking about a Paiute battle with the settlers. Our next stop finds us overlooking the Truckee River in between Wadsworth and where the river empties in the Pyramid Lake. There were two battles in 1860 here. In May of 1860, the Paiutes successfully defeated a settler army based out of Virginia City and such. And then a month later, U.S. Army troops were here, I'm going to assume at a Fort Churchill, and kind of put it to the Paiutes. Chief Winnemucca always wanted peace, but yeah, peace on your knees at the end of a musket barrel is, well, it's not much peace. So this is all sacred Paiute tribal land. I'm still plodding down the Wadsworth. I'm on Nevada 447. God, I forgot to turn the dash cam on when I was in Gerlach. So there you go. So I'm not God's brightest bulb. So we'll see what's next. This is at the end of Bridge Street on Bridge in Virginia in Wadsworth, which is in, God almighty, dude, Washoe County, Nevada. So this is the bridge. Now it seemed to me there used to be a street name here, Lincoln Highway something, and I don't see it. So we're gonna go to our next stop and we'll see what's next. Our next stop finds us just up the street at the other end of Bridge Street at Bridge and School in Wadsworth. And I am fairly sure that the old school used to be here. It was like 2 stories brick, massive. This was, of course, when there was railroad stuff here. Now, Wadsworth, well, first off, the school was abandoned, and then somewhere down the line, 20 years ago maybe, it caught fire. I have been here, and I had pictures once of the school still here, and now the school is gone. It burned down, and you see the pile of bricks. So if I could find a picture, I'll pip it in of what the old school looked like. But we're just about done here in Wadsworth. I'm going to talk about Wadsworth I either already did or I will, and by God, we'll see what's next. We're back on the old US 40 Victory Highway. We're right at the Truckee River. I'm probably not going to go into Fernley. I think I'm going to just start heading back. Now, this rail bridge, Charlie and I think Rich, but I'm not positive, have ridden over this on our KLR 650s. And then there was a time where it was fenced off. This is the rail line, the division point that I talked about at the Sutcliffe footage. Wadsworth, when the railroad was laid through here originally, the Transcontinental Railroad, Wadsworth was a division point for the Pyramid Lake part of the railroad, and it was where the machine shops were. And then when SP obtained this part of the railroad in the early part of the 1900s, 1901 or 1903, and I'll have to check this and I'll text it on, SP moved the entire machine shops and yard to the new town of Sparks. And the Sparks High School mascot are the Railroaders, because Sparks is truly a railroad town, or was. Reno, Lakes Crossing was there before the railroad came. So, but Sparks, railroad town. So we're going to head west here. I may make one or two more stops, or I may not. I'm starting to fade, so I got up way too early this morning, but it's a good day. Got a lot of stuff in, so we'll see what's next. I'm shooting this out the car window in Wadsworth. I'm on my way out, and the last place you would ever expect to see a retired San Francisco Municipal Railroad, Muni, articulated bus, that's the accordion bus, it is in Wadsworth. And not only that, the last time my wife and I were through here, my God, it may have been the first time we were married, this was here. So it's still here. I think when the apocalypse comes and the meteor hits, this is going to survive. So we're heading back to Reno, and we'll see what's next. Somewhere out here in this fenced off area is Derby Dam on the Truckee River. And Derby Dam is the first construction project of the newly formed, at the time, Bureau of Reclamation. And I'll see if I can't look up the year and text it in. This Derby Dam diverted water from the Truckee River to the Fallon area, so farmers would be able to grow, and they mostly grow, well, they grow hay certainly, but the Fallon melons are supposed to be very, very sought after and very, very good. So this is Derby Dam. We're not getting a good shot of it. I'm not going to get my mom's car stuck back here. And oh God, the sun. I'm running out of steam, so hey, I think we're just about done. I will always have a closing shot somewhere down the line here, unless something spectacular happens. That'll probably be it, so we'll see what's next. Road pirates, just waiting for suckers. Ain't gonna be me today, hopefully. When I got onto the freeway right here, I looked in my mirror and I saw that the pickup truck, the Washoe County or Story County, depending, had jumped out on the freeway and was making somebody's day with a welcome to Nevada note. So there you go. Hey guys and gals, here's the closing shot. Sadly, I don't have miles or mileage or any of that stuff. This car, though, I like driving it. I just can't believe you get a PhD to figure out how to... I can't even figure out how to do the cruise control. So there you go. So anyway, it was a good long day. Kind of faded some at the end. I got back here to the hotel. I lied down a touch. I refreshed up my cut, watched a little bit of boob tube. Now I'm going to start doing some editing. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing tomorrow. Maybe just kind of putzing around town here. And then Wednesday I'm heading out to Elko. And I'm going to spend 6 nights out there. So that's what the story is. This is your host, Joe, posting another travel vlog, A Life with Joseph. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. And we'll see you for the next one.